Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel. First off, I want to say that I hope everyone is doing well and that you're staying healthy and staying isolated from people. I have been staying home for the most part, and if I do go out, it's to places where there's no other people. Also, I want to apologize for my appearance. I have not done my hair or makeup in days. That's one good thing I have enjoyed about what's going on. It's just letting how I wake up be how I look for the rest of the day. I think it's good for my hair and for my face and everything like that. But for today's video, I wanted to answer some of y'all's questions. I have my laptop right here, so if you see me looking down, that is what I'm looking at. And I asked a while ago on the YouTube community page for y'all to ask me questions about dental assisting. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers and a lot of new comments on my dental assisting videos. I'm just gonna go ahead and film an update video and answer some of y'all's questions that you have. The first thing that I want to say is right now I am actually no longer a dental assistant. I'm still certified and everything like that, but as a lot of you know, I lost my job in August of 2019. I had a lot of videos up on my channel about dental assisting, and a lot of them were crossing the line. And when my office found out that I had a YouTube channel and I talked about things that I had learned and things that we did in the office, they felt like it was a violation of privacy and that they didn't want their information online, which I completely understand. At the end of the day, a business is a business and they have to protect themselves, and they hold their employees to a certain standard and expect them to act in a certain way. And until they told me and explained things to me, that's when I realized I crossed the line a few times, and I had to learn the hard way and ended up losing my job because of it. And I know y'all really enjoyed the videos and learned a lot, and I am really sorry about that. I think that's maybe why there isn't videos like the ones I was making online. There are just certain things that people can't post and companies can't post and offices can't post because of legal reasons and things like that. So I'm going to try to answer these questions as thoroughly as I can. I might have to be vague, but that's just because I am not allowed to talk about certain things. So the first question I have is, what is a day in the life of an ortho assistant like? What procedures did you assist with? What was your most favorite and least favorite? So a day for me consisted of getting to work at about 6:45, 6:50. Our office didn't open till 8, but I would get there early just because I liked having the peace and quiet before the bustle of the day. So I'd get there and set up trays, just kind of prep everything that we needed for the day, alginate, make sure all our drawers were stocked, everything like that. So that was the first thing that I did. And then run any instruments that needed to be ran. We start seeing patients right away at 8 o'clock, and we go till the end of the day when we would close at 5. I guess our last patient would be at like 4:30 or something. And then obviously we had an hour lunch break in between all of that. Depending on the time of year, the amount of patients we would see would vary. During summertime was busier because a lot of children are out of school. And during school year, like winter time, we were a little bit slower because the kids were in school and didn't have as much flexibility for appointments. During the day, we would take x-rays, we would take impressions, we would be pouring up models, we would be sterilizing instruments, making sure they go through the ultrasonic first and the sterilizer, and then pulling them out, letting them cool off and dry, and then putting them away. We would make retainers sometimes. There's a lot of different things that you can do during the day, but those are pretty standard for what we were doing every single day. Procedures that I assisted with were D-bands, which is when the braces come off, a start, which was putting braces on. I assisted with those. Repairing brackets, so if someone broke a bracket, I would assist with that. The Invisalign appointments. So when you get Invisaligns, you have to put these, they kind of feel like tooth warts. They're like little bumps on your teeth for the trays to actually stay in and help move your teeth. So I would assist with that. I assisted with putting in appliances. So whether it be like butterflies, space maintainers, things like that. That's pretty much what I would help the doctor with. Things that we do by ourselves are like take x-rays, do band changes, so getting their colors changed. Basically, the elastics need to be changed every time they come in to make sure that wire is nice and tight. So change wires, so if the doctor said they needed a thicker wire or a thinner wire, I would change those and then change the elastics that go on. And that's just stuff that we could do by ourselves, quick and easy. Bring the patient back, the doctor looks at them, tells us if they need a new wire, we'll get the right wire, change the wire, put on the new elastics or O-rings or whatever you want to call them. Those were quick in and out. If they had a broken bracket, the doctor would come and we would just fix the broken bracket, and then I would change the wires and the elastics. So what was my favorite procedure and what was my least favorite procedure? I did like doing starts because I feel like it is the longest procedure that we do, and if you have a really good flow with it, it's really nice putting all the brackets on, putting on the wires, the elastics, and then getting to teach the patient how to take care of their braces and just what to expect with having braces, and just getting to see people excited because their teeth are going to be changing. So I did like doing starts because there's a lot of excitement and parents are usually excited and all of that. My least favorite, I feel like my least favorite is when people come in with broken brackets. Just being as vague as possible is having to fix multiple broken brackets. And it's not that I understand that broken brackets can happen. It's just for example, if you have to tell a patient multiple times to not eat certain foods, but they still eat these types of foods, and every time they come in they have a broken bracket, that can be a little bit just a little bit frustrating because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but at the end of the day it's only putting their treatment back. That is a little bit frustrating. I don't mind doing it, it's just when you're dealing with teenagers and younger people, that's just kind of what is to be expected. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but you just kind of wish that maybe they would listen a little bit better. The next question, she has a couple questions. Do you ever miss working as a dental assistant? I don't miss working as a dental assistant, but I do miss working as an orthodontic assistant. A lot of procedures in dental assisting, like doing root canals and crown preps and stuff like that, I just found myself just getting really bored. They weren't that interesting to me and they took a really long time sometimes. So I don't really miss that aspect of it. I do miss fillings and crown deliveries and making temps. And like I said, I do miss orthodontic assisting, but a lot of parts of general dentistry I don't miss at all. Next question she had is biggest pro and con to dental assisting in your opinion. I think the biggest pro to dental assisting is that it is such a broad field and that there's a lot of different jobs within dentistry that, say you're doing one thing and you get tired of it, you could probably find something else that you would enjoy doing, whether it be front desk or sales or going into a specific specialty. I went into orthodontics, you can go in periodontics. Say you love working with children, you can work at a pediatric dental office. So there's a lot of spectrums to dental assisting and just dentistry in general. So I think that would be the biggest pro. And the biggest con, I would have to say the biggest con is that people don't necessarily take dental assistants seriously. They're not going to respect you as much as they respect a doctor, which I understand the doctor has much more schooling, but the doctor wouldn't be nearly as efficient without the assistant as if they were just doing something by themselves. So having the assistant there is going to make the patient's experience a lot better and hopefully run a lot smoother. So I feel like a dental assistant deserves just as much respect as a doctor does. And it's just a little bit disheartening when people treat dental assistants not as well, when honestly we're the backbone of offices and we pretty much have our fingers in everything. So I think it's really important that people understand all that dental assistants do and that we deserve to be respected just as much as anybody in that office. Next question she had is, would you ever go back to dental assisting in the future? I don't think I would ever go back to hands-on. Now that I've been working in an office and I'm actually currently going to school for my business degree, I would really love to do office managing or just something more clerical at an office. I really love the general vibe of an office and being with patients and things like that, but I don't think I would ever go back hands-on just because, and I hate that I feel like I'm complaining when I say this, but I didn't even work at an office. I was in school for a year and then I worked for about 8 months. My neck and my back, I was in so much pain, and now I don't even think about how much pain, my neck and my back, I don't even feel any pain like I used to. And that's all I used to feel when I worked. So I don't think I would put myself through that knowing what I know now about the hand pain and the back pain and the neck pain. Her next question is, have you ever regretted going to dental assisting school? Looking back now, I don't necessarily regret it because I think it was a great experience. I learned so much. I did have a great job from it, even though I don't work there anymore. I do have skills that I can always fall back on because of it, but looking back now, I wish I had done something differently, something that pays more, something that you have a better chance at moving up in. And I wish I would have maybe gone to like radiology school or just gone straight for business, since now that I know that I really do enjoy that side of a company, the business side and the back end. But I don't regret it. I just wish I would have thought it through more and maybe explored more options of what I was actually really interested in. This all kind of stemmed from me being in high school and wanting to be a dental hygienist, but I never followed through with that because it just seemed so far away. 4 years of school, and now look at what I'm doing, 4 years of school. But the program near my house is super competitive, and there's really no guarantees that all your schoolwork and hard work are going to get you into the program. Like I said, I wish I would have just waited a little bit and done something different, but I don't regret it though. I don't. The next question she had is, did you ever deal with any really rude patients while you were a dental assistant? I'm not going to go into details, but yes, I have dealt with quite a few rude patients from being in dental school to being out in the real world and in clinicals and everything. You know, people just have bad days and they take it out on us, and you just have to, like, it could be anyone. I mean, like, you could be at a grocery store and you're a cashier and people take it out on you. That's just how it goes, and you just have to learn to have thick skin and maybe realize you don't know what they're going through and they just needed to release on you. And you know, that's just, honestly, it's kind of part of the job. Next question she had is, craziest thing you've ever seen as a dental assistant? Once again, I'm not going to go into detail just because I don't want to talk about patients, but I would have to say that the craziest experiences that I had were actually at a free dental clinic in downtown Fort Myers, and definitely had a lot of crazy things and experiences and procedures happen there. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But being a dental assistant, you will see and go through a lot of crazy things. I'm just gonna leave that at that. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is the current conditions of coronavirus and dental assisting. I know some offices have closed down, others have not. Some have shut down entirely, temporarily, until all of this is over, because they're feeling the effects of the virus, people not scheduling, not being able to run their businesses and things like that. I am glad that I am not in the dentistry field at this current time. And that is not to shame or put down any dental assistants. Like, I'm sure y'all are doing the best that you can. I just wouldn't want to be exposed to that many people and bring something home to my family or anything like that. And I know they follow proper PPE and that everything, you know, you do the best you can with what you have and you follow the guidelines and you follow the rules, but nothing is 100% foolproof. And I am glad that with the job that I have now, I'm able to stay home and isolate myself and flatten the curve and do my part in not spreading the virus. But I really can't imagine what it would be like now working at an office during these times. Actually, if you're a dental assistant and you're working right now, leave down below how it's affecting your company and what y'all are doing to try to survive, you know, business-wise these times. My heart just goes out to people because I can't imagine. I feel like if I was an assistant right now, I would be extremely stressed, especially if I had kids and family members and like elderly people that lived with me, to be working on a lot of people's mouths right now and just having people in your waiting room and everything like that. I would just be afraid to bring something back home. But we need dental assistants, we need dentist offices. Those worries and emergencies that happen are going to keep happening. So honestly, just like the nurses and people that work in healthcare, they're all just doing the best they can. Honestly, personally, if I worked at a dental office, I would hope that doctors would do everything they can to protect their patients and protect their staff and everything like that. And if that meant closing down was the safest, I would hope that that's what they would do. I feel like some offices, maybe not specialties, but general dentistry and emergency, they would only see patients that were actual emergencies and they would reschedule everybody else. Leave your thoughts about dental assisting and just dental offices in general and the coronavirus. I would love to hear and discuss with you guys. I hope this answered some of your questions. And also, if you have any other questions, just leave them down below and I'll make sure to answer them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you guys kind of understand, and I hope for my new subscribers that this video will give you some insight on what I'm currently doing now and why I don't necessarily make dental assisting videos anymore. So I love you guys, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.